Good morning, everyone. Today is the first time I actually picked up on the tag category, and I found it, when I was doing my list, I found it very entertaining actually, and I also thought of the value of this sort of videos. I think it's a great way of all of us in this YouTube community and the makeup lovers to share experience and to share some valuable comments and give each other advice maybe, and pick up some maybe new hints, something new for yourself that you might want to try. Also, I think it's just fun to do, and I certainly will be creating new tags myself. I think now I'm certainly thinking of lipsticks, I'm thinking of mascaras. I know there was a eyeshadow, and I haven't followed that because I just have so many, but I probably will do, though it would be very, very, very sort of stupid and late behind pretty much everyone else around the world, but I might still do it. Today we're talking about foundations, and my very dear Miss Frankie Cat, who I saw yesterday, I watched every video of hers. She mentioned Michelle Wang, which I really like as well. I don't watch every Michelle's video because sometimes when she's trying products, I know I already know they're good quality, but she's got very different skin tone to mine, and whatever might look fantastic on her, certainly not always going to be the case for me. So I don't watch all of them, but I do value her opinion. I think she's got very good, very broad knowledge and understanding of makeup. So that is, but I haven't seen that foundation tag, so I must have a look. I start with categories, and I've listed them all in order, and I want to go through each of the item. So my newest foundation, as you probably saw my previous video, is by Terry, is Hyaluronic Foundation, which I found. I ordered something totally. I ordered sun tanning liquid, which is beautiful, and they sent it to me as a test, and I just tried it, and I couldn't believe it how beautiful it is. Everything you want in foundation is here. It's a light to medium coverage. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's got SPF. It sits beautifully. It sits all day. It gives you velvety, very light, beautiful, smooth, silky finish. It's in my if you saw my video, I did mention this, and I labeled it as actually best foundation of all I have, but we go through all the categories anyway. But this is so far is the winner, and I haven't tried the others by Terry, and they will be on order. I just need to work out the shade, because the shades are annoyingly different. This one is 300C. I always try to go to cool tones. This is 300C, which is absolute match for me. It's kind of rosy undertone. I probably will do actually little swatches there. So it's not yellow, and I know hand is probably not the best representation. Face looks different to hands because of all the facial products we use, but it's just so smooth. And I do need to mention, I did recommend to Miss Frankie Cat, I recommended you this Dior skin glow, but I don't know why I didn't think about it at the time. Probably it was too new for me at the time, I can't remember, but this is certainly worth investigating as everyday foundation. In this by Thierry, they have different numbers for different foundations. For example, with Dior, if you're number 20, I was always that star whatever it was called, I was always number 20, and I know I have to stick to number 20 or 2, at least 2C. Well, this one, and I think is 2. This one is 2CR, yeah, and the tone will be mine, correct tone all the time, whereas with by Thierry, they seem to have different numbers and names, but certainly number 3 was the right for me. So if you are number 2 in Dior, number 3 is yours. But there is undertone to choose from as well. My oldest is Charlotte Tilbury. It's the first foundation I bought from her, and I actually think it's probably the best formula of all of her foundations I tried so far. This one is Light Wonder. It's mine is number 4 in Fair. She's got much broader range of tones and undertones, and this isn't yellow. It's a good foundation. For me, it's just a tiny little bit oily. I think anyone with who's looking for foundation for every day, and if you have dry skin, this one, it's light coverage, but it's a good foundation. It really is lovely, and you can see it's got you can see that's a little bit of a like, it's because it's so oily. It leaves that, but it's probably there is some sort of shimmering properties as well. I don't know. Most expensives are Dior Prestige. I have Cushion, which I absolutely love, and I also have Dior Prestige just normal foundation, Tint de Rose. So there is nothing rosy about it. It probably has got some properties and in ingredients. It certainly is a very good quality if you find a right tone for you. I went for number 2N. They don't do cool. They only do number 1 cool tone. So if you're looking for full coverage, superb quality foundation, and if you are your skin is paler than mine, and if you normally go for lighter shades, 1C in this will be perfect for you. But they don't do 2C, and I bought it at the airport, and they said, "Oh, a neutral is fine for you. Don't worry about it." And it actually looks yellow on me. I don't like the tone. And I always, when I use it, I still use it, I have to add something pinkier to it, or even like Dior Forever, that one. I have to mix them, or add a large amount of cream, or it's basically a waste of money for me simply because of the tone. Having said all of that, they do Dior Prestige and cushions, and the cushion, they have such a variety of tones, and this color is absolutely beautiful. This one is in 12 for me, and this is just right. It's a little bit lighter than I would normally go for, but winter is fine for winter. This is beautiful, and the quality is much better in this than in this Dior Prestige. So it depends on what you're looking for. So if you want sort of full coverage, and if you're happy with 2N, if your skin is really neutral, not cool rose undertone, that probably would be good for you. Quality is very good, and it is fuller coverage than medium. So the next, most affordable, I haven't got it with me because I gave it away. It's I quite like Max Factor actually, and it was Max Factor stick, which is very good. After even a couple of years, it was still quite, the texture was lovely. It was even, that gives even texture, lasts all day. It really looks lovely. And out of all of my, I think most affordable is probably Lancome. I can't remember how much it was exactly, but it's cheaper than Tom Ford, it's cheaper than Chanel, and cheaper. I think it's cheaper than it's 20 something pounds, 28, and I really can't remember. So that also goes into my next category, which is called worth the hype. So most affordable, as I said, Max Factor isn't bad. I haven't tried for very many years. I haven't had Bourjois, which I think is also equally good. I didn't have Revlon or Rimmel or any others. I just didn't. I probably did about 20 years ago. I just can't remember, and I certainly can't comment on those. anymore. So Lancome is going very smoothly from being affordable, goes into worth the hype. I think this is a foundation that I had a video on that, and I probably need to do another one because the one I had, it must have been about 3 years ago now. It's absolutely beautiful foundation. It's very similar to this, but I think coverage is a little bit better on that. So by Thierry Hyaluronic, and that is absolutely, it's incredibly creamy. Texture is absolutely incredibly lovely here. It's lighter than others. I think I bought it in summer actually. It was, but you can see it's got this reflecting feature, and it's smoother than Dior Forever. I probably wouldn't buy my Dior anymore because I discovered there are better foundations. And actually, to be honest, I can't remember if this was my newest, but that was repeat purchase. I already used at least a couple of those before. That's Ultra Wear. It's very long lasting, but coverage isn't heavy. It's got also, like by Thierry equally, it's got very good coverage, but nice in terms of how you feel. You don't feel it on yourself. Equally by Thierry was the hype. I think it really is a beautiful foundation. I like them both. I think I would need to add one category to each. When we're doing tag video, I think if I could only stick with one brand, in one brand, that particular product, I would struggle. I think I would struggle, but I think I still go by Thierry. To me, it did tick more boxes in all all the features that you want in a foundation. This is superbly good foundation. It's ultra wear, it's long lasting, it's beautiful coverage. It gives that, you can see that here where I applied. It's got that lovely glow, light reflecting. I put light here next to me so you can see better. So that's that. The of most expensive, I needed to add Tom Ford. I'm not in particular love with that. Maybe because of the shades. I think it was not. I probably won't buy it again. Not worth the hype is the one I thankfully haven't got anymore. It was Charlotte Tilbury Flawless full coverage. I returned it and I couldn't understand the hype behind it. It's just so cakey. No matter if you have good moisturizer underneath or you don't put much, it's horrible. It's like an old leather boot on me. It was just, and my skin is not particularly capricious, I just don't understand the hype behind it. So I returned it and never again. In terms of most unique, I would put a couple of those. I think Chanel certainly came up with a very interesting concept of those breaking up the little balls of that gold. It looks much darker than it actually is in real life. So I just want to take it off. They actually look much darker than they really are. I've got both medium light and medium plus. So this one is medium light and this one is medium plus. And it comes with a brush. I did a full review of that. It comes with a brush. You can see the little golden balls there, but with the brush it breaks really nicely. It's not full coverage foundation. It's beautiful for summer and I use a lot of it every day now on video calls, etc. Because it hasn't got SPF, but when you're at home, frankly, you don't really need it. I like that. Will I buy it again? Probably, maybe. What else? Another most unique, I've thought, another most unique, I thought, is probably this Dior again, Nude Air. This is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. It's water based, but it also is not drying up. I don't know if it actually has. It's serum. It's got serum in it as well. Has it got SPF? It doesn't say that. Again, my number is 20. So Dior quite consistent in their color numbering, you know, application of the numbers. You can't go wrong. You can buy without trying. It's comes with a little pipette. It's quite liquidy, but the coverage is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and it's got a little bit of oiliness in it, but it gives the instance very smooth and very sort of silky coverage. It doesn't give full coverage though. That's perfect for every day. So in every day, as you can see here, for every day, I've got quite a lot in this category. Depends on what you do. If you need it for all day, I sometimes even look at, if I have calls all day, I have days when I have video calls between 10 and 12 calls a day. Not all days are so busy, but if I do, I would use this because it's light to medium coverage, but it gives you consistent sort of, it stays during the day. I quite like that. It's not bad. And if I only have say afternoon, when US wake up, and one call in the morning, for example, and then the rest in the US in the afternoon, I would just, before the call, I just put this on, do makeup, a very light makeup, Nude Air. This is beautiful foundation by Dior. Also very good for every day. I found Guerlain, but it needs a buffing in. You can't rub it and smooth it like that. It needs buffing into the skin with a buffer brush or a beauty blender. I also like this tinted moisturizer. It's very light. It's good for every day. Again, if you don't need like a whole day coverage. Equally, I very much like this Aqua Nude. Aqua Nude is beautiful foundation, and it's got this smell of meteorites. It's absolutely lovely. It's got quite good color range as well. Yeah, very creamy, very light, lovely. So quite a lot, as you see. I don't really need foundations for now, but I'm thinking of that by Thierry. I found out yesterday. I never looked at it because I don't actually use full coverage as such. I just fix foundation with a little bit of powder, maybe meteorites, and all night fixer, or that fixing, that is good fixing lotion by MAC. But I kind of like the idea. I need to find out if they've really been discontinued. I'm going to contact customer services next week and find out more information and let you know about this by Thierry. I'm talking about by Thierry full coverage foundation. And I also just received my order from Thierry, by Thierry, and there is a tester for light cover. It's more expensive actually, because normally foundation is about, I think, 30 mils, and they are about 40. I think the full coverage is £48. This one is £45 for 19 milliliters. So it is quite dear when you think about it, but there is a lot of, bells and whistles come with it. It's like a brush you press in, and it comes in the dosage, in sort of through the brush. I'm not sure if I need that, so I need to think about it. And I've got plenty of light coverage foundation. So I hope it makes it more or less sort of clear in terms of categories where I put my things in. And if I add my own category, if I was just to live with one foundation, what would it be? Probably at this stage, it would be that by Thierry Hyaluronic. I think it's the best foundation so far I experienced. Of course, I didn't have anything like La Prairie, which I probably buy at some point, I don't know, and some others. But this foundation has got everything you want. It's a lovely coverage. It gives a smooth, silky finish. It lasts long. It's just so kind to your skin. You look at yourself and you would never say you have a foundation, but your entire face is just such a smooth, perfect, even coverage, and there is no cakiness ever. You can't go cakey with that. It's just a beautiful formula. I really appreciate that foundation, and it's got SPF as well. So here we go. This is my tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask, and I think I will do one more. At least I will do mascaras. Not that I have too many, not as many as foundations or lipsticks, but I think it's certainly worth continuing, because I think it's a very useful format. I wish you pleasant Sunday, the rest of the weekend, and I see you later. Bye bye.